Welcome back, Dark Army, and we're back with another Madden NFL 18. And today, we are gonna be doing a brand new team. Well, today I'm gonna tell you guys what we're gonna be doing to continue on this franchise. So, as you do know, the Cleveland Browns have won the Super Bowl, and if you didn't know that, you can check over to Ray Lewis. It shows how many Lombardis he had, how many Super Bowls he won, and how many championships he won. Um, as well, I can also show you the game. And yes, it is clear out, so it's not. We're not supposed to be getting any. Well, the game is hopefully not going to act like it did like a week ago. But also, I'm very sorry that I didn't do any videos last week. I forgot. And school has just been very stressful on me because next week is our final week of school, and I'm trying my best to get my grades up, um, so I can do videos during the summer. So, yeah. So here's the Super Bowl. We won against the Philadelphia Eagles, which this was actually very small. Like, this was actually a defensive game because we weren't doing that much during this game. I mean, we only got like 2 touchdowns and only 2 field goals. Normally we would be getting a lot. Like, normally we would be getting a lot of points, but that game we didn't. So today we're going to be looking at the teams in the NFL and seeing what. Well, okay. I'm going to show you guys what we're going to be doing. Okay. So what we're going to be doing is I will be going through these teams, and I will pick a team and start I will pick a team and use that team moving forward and try and win them a Super Bowl. Now what I originally wanted to do was I wanted to do the Dolphins because they had the first overall draft pick. And but I am going to think that I am just gonna think about the teams because here are the teams I know that haven't won a Super Bowl. So the Eagles haven't, the Cardinals, the Vikings, um, the Falcons, the Panthers, the Bills, the Texans, the Chargers, the Jaguars, the Lions. Did the Bengals win a Super Bowl? No, they didn't. They're still Lombardi list. Well, they still don't have a Lombardi. The Titans. Yeah, the Titans haven't won a Super Bowl. They never. No, they have been to a Super Bowl. I was gonna say they never been to a Super Bowl. But they have been with the Houston Oilers. But then I forgot that the Houston Oilers never made it. But the Tennessee Titans did. But they almost won a Super Bowl. The Bears haven't won one. So yeah, those are basically the teams that haven't won a Super Bowl. So there's only 12 teams that haven't won a Super Bowl. Now, choosing the teams to pick from is going to be hard because each team is special in their own way. I'm not going to choose the Eagles because they made it to the playoffs. Okay, so here are the teams that I will not choose. I will not choose the Browns again, the Eagles, the Chiefs, definitely not the Patriots because of the fact that they have won 5 Lombardis. So yeah. The Steelers because they already have 6. I don't know. Nah, well, I don't know. Maybe the Cardinals. I don't know. The Vikings, they definitely need to go. The Falcons, the Panther. Well, the Vikings need to go. So basically, some of the teams that haven't won a Super Bowl, I will be choosing. So like I said, I want to choose the Dolphins because they have the first overall draft pick. Um, but choosing a new team to play on is kind of hard because it's like you look at the team and then you wonder like okay, you look at the team and then you wonder how they're going to do. So, the team I like I said, I wanted to choose the Dolphins, but then I was thinking about choosing the 49ers. But then I remember the 49ers have 5 Lombardi trophies, but then I also remember how much they suck. But I'm not going to choose the 49ers because of the fact that they have 5 Lombardi trophies. So, the team I will be choosing hold on. This is a hard one. Like, to be honest, it kind of is hard. But the team I will be choosing is the Miami Dolphins. Just because of the fact that they have the first overall draft pick, and I can easily pick up many players during the offseason. They still have Ezekiel Elliott because they franchise tagged them. So yeah, we could easily trade back for Jarvis Landry, and I could put him at running back. See how he can play for at running back for a day. So the team we will be choosing is the Miami Dolphins. So we're gonna start rebuilding them in this season. Well,
don't worry, you'll be able to choose
in this video. Why did I do that? I wanted to choose owner. Hold on. I'm gonna retire this. I wanted to choose owner because because I'm gonna fire Ben McAdoo. I'm gonna fire Ben McAdoo, get a new head coach.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season with recommended settings. If you wish to change roles or adjust options, use the tiles on the right.
Alright. We're gonna create a new owner. Yeah, we're gonna go back with financial mogul. We're choosing the Dolphins, right? Yeah. This just came at the top of my head, like at the tip, like it just showed up. Because I'm like we're going to the Dolphins now, and I'm like, you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna choose Dan Marino. So Dan Marino is gonna be our new owner for the Miami Dolphins. I will retire Ray Lewis, but he still will be like Ray Lewis is still gonna be in the league. Just because I'm gonna retire Ray Lewis doesn't mean he's not gonna be in the league. It just means I won't be able to yeah, make league over. Yes. But Ray Lewis is still gonna be in the league, but it just means that I won't be able to play as. Oh no, he's no longer in the league. Yeah, he's no longer in the league. But his team is. Yeah. Ray Lewis, the team that we built is still in the league. But yeah. So here are the here are the players that we gotta work with, and we have a lot to work with. So what we're gonna do is we're definitely gonna trade for Jarvis Landry. We definitely need a new wide receiver, so we're gonna trade for Jarvis Landry. Staff. We need a new head coach. Why did we even think about hiring him. I can't even fire him. Alright. I guess we gotta stick with him. Alright, we're gonna go into the off season. We're not gonna trade right away, but we are going to sign some free agents. Yeah, some free agents we're looking for is wide receivers and offensive guards. Well, offensive linemen. I don't know about tight ends, but we definitely need new wide receivers, and I need to check the defense. Okay, so we definitely need new corners. We're good when it comes to free safety, but we need a new strong safety. So I'm gonna look at the free agency pool and see what we have here. So starting off with the highest overall is Le'Veon Bell. Now, other teams are gonna want him, so I might not try and get him. But one player I will definitely get is Xavier Rhodes. I'm going to sign him to a 7-year deal. Now, this is what I normally do, okay? So, I normally go high money. I normally go high with the money because it's like, okay, yeah, we're definitely going to get Larry Fitz. But I give the players a lot of money because it means that we have a higher chance at getting that player. I'm looking for a C. Alright, here we go. We need Frank Clark. Yeah, we're gonna sign him. We're gonna sign him to a 7-year deal, like always. I always sign all my players to a 7-year deal. Yeah. 117 total points. Apparently we have no right guards. So we're gonna trade. Well, we're gonna try and pick him up. I'm definitely gonna get Antonio Gates. Just because I passed Antonio Gates does not mean I'm gonna skip over him. No, I'm definitely gonna get Antonio Gates. I was just looking down to see what else we're what else we're working with. So I'm gonna sign. Well, we're gonna sign. Hopefully, we're gonna sign Antonio Gates to a $59 million contract with worth 114 points. We're gonna sign Paul. Don't know how to say your last name. Yeah, 69. Alright, so far, here are the players that we have offered. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to sign with us. Sorry if you guys are hearing noises. My puppies, well, the puppies I have right now, are roaming around.
All combine stats such as the 40-yard
Contract accepted. Okay, we got all of them. Alright, so we definitely need a new quarterback. And I've wasted so much money. Okay, corners, nah. Alright, defensive tackles. Yeah, we'll do defensive tackles. Hey. We'll sign Kyle Williams, hopefully, worth 74 points. Pierre Garçon, yeah. Yeah, we need more depth at the wide receiver position. So we're gonna sign. Hopefully, we're gonna sign Pierre Garçon. I need to find that I need to find a quarterback. Who? Okay, nope. None of these guys are good. Okay, who else do we need? I'll work on the offensive line when it comes to the draft. When we get to the draft, I'll work on the offensive line. Yeah. All right, who are the Dolphins?
Each player now has a combine grade. Combine performance tells you how her speed.
All right, who has the cow? Apparently, no one. Okay, so we need to look at a quarterback. I'm gonna do a balance. No. Yeah, we're gonna look at him. All right. We need a left guard. All right. Sixth rounder. All right. I'm gonna do two per position. All right. Two first rounders, so they might leave before we can even get a chance to get them. Okay, so right end. Okay. No right end, so that's the worst draft class for a right end. Alright. We need a free safety. Okay, no free safeties. We have no kickers as well? Oh my god, how do we have no kickers? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go into the next week. See if we... Alright. We got our new defensive tackle along with Pierre Garçon. Yeah. So far, we're rebuilding the Dolphins right now. So I'm gonna go back to the draft board. Okay, we need a kicker. Okay, your kick power and kick. Okay, your kick accuracy and kick power are good. So I'm looking at drafting. Well, not drafting. I'm looking at trying to pick you up. I think we might. Yeah. Alright. Wait, did I? Yeah. Alright. We need to look for a free safety. Worst draft class. 9 times out of 10. Yep, you're gonna be good. Alright, so here are... Oh, hold on. I need to do all positions. So here are the players that we've scouted. Okay, well here are the players who are on our draft board. Thinking about on who we're gonna draft is kind of hard because of the fact that we don't have that much players to we don't have that much draft picks to work with. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna trade for the third and the second overall, which are gonna be two hard positions to which are gonna be two hard draft picks to get, but we're gonna try and get them. Okay, so they're looking... Well, I wonder what happens if we do this. I know it's not going to be anywhere else. Alright, they need a strong safety, so do we. I would give them Rashad Jones, but it's like, nah. They need a wide receiver. We'll give them... Yeah, we'll give them Jeremy Maclin, because I'm going to trade for, I'm either going to draft a wide receiver, or I'm going to trade for, Jarvis Landry. They need a quarterback. but we don't even have a quarterback ourselves. I mean, yeah, we do, but we got Ryan Tannehill. That's not speaking for much. I was going to say, I wonder if it's going to go through right away. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We are going to give them the second and the third. And we got the third overall draft pick. So, who has... Who has the second overall? Oh, the New York Jets. And I was just looking at the teams, and I don't even know who has the third overall. Who has the second overall? Okay, I'm not gonna trade away any more of our wide receivers. Lemon Burrow. I try and go for like the low overalls. And tight end. Who else do we have a tight end that I could trade away? Yeah, I can trade away Julius Thomas because we have Antonio Gates, so we're good. Alright. We are gonna trade them away. Well, we're gonna trade away our second round draft pick, and that goes through. So now we have the second, the third, and the first overall draft pick. So we can draft 3 good players. So what I want to do is I want to draft a wide receiver. We're gonna look at the wide receivers. Oh, this is gonna be trash. I don't know why I am doing just deal with it. Okay. We did good signing. I wonder who the Browns signed. Like, that is what I'm curious about. Okay, we're gonna look at some of the wide receivers here. Alright, we have a gem. We have another gem. Alright. There we go. Alright. We're gonna make do with what we have. So we're gonna advance the week to the draft, and we're not gonna, like I said, we're not gonna have that much draft picks to work with, but we will have we will have some of the first round draft. We will have 3 first round draft picks.
All the effort you spent scouting comes down to this.
Well,
Start the draft when you're ready.
We will have first round draft picks, so 3 of them actually. Who did the Browns sign? That's what I'm curious about. Okay, so the Cowboys signed Matt Forte because of the fact that they lost Ezekiel Elliott to the Browns originally. I don't think the Browns signed anyone. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, the Browns didn't sign anyone. They're that much of a good team that they didn't even need to sign anyone. Alright, we're gonna start drafting. No. Why am I about to advance? Pick player. Okay. Our draft board. I want to draft this quarterback first overall. But this is the thing. Okay, I want to draft him first overall, but then I also want to draft a wide receiver first overall, like this guy. I want to be able to draft him first overall. Well, a bit better of a wide receiver, but you guys know what I mean. So, what we're going to be doing... Yeah. We're going to draft Warren Meeks with the first overall draft pick, and he is an 81 overall draft pick. I think we're going to start him. And we're going to what we're going to probably do is we're going to trade away we're probably going to trade away what's his name? Forgetting his name now. We're probably going to trade away Ryan Tannehill and start that rookie quarterback. So he might be the offensive rookie of the year. You never know. So our next pick is going to be this cornerback, Demontre Pruitt. So far, well, yeah, I'm going to take a risk on him. He's an 81 overall. He'll add a lot of depth to the cornerback position.
Late in the game, he picked off the
quarterback
and ran the entire field to score the game-winning touchdown. He did everything
draft
board want to see, from baiting the quarterback to reading the downfield blocks. He flashed enough playmaking ability in that game and the remainder of the season to draw a lot of interest this offseason. This team has to be pretty happy with this pick.
Alright. I'm going to draft Daniel Atkins. Because, like I said, we need, well, spectacular catching traffic. Yeah, we're going to take a risk on this guy. He's a 76 overall. That's good for this player. Alright. So far, we didn't have any draft busts.
But he had several passes that were hauled in very awkwardly. He bobbled a few of them several times before he was able to completely secure the ball. With how tight defenders cover receivers in the NFL, he'll need to catch the ball and bring it to his body before the hit or strip. The receivers coach will need to work with him on catching balls away from his body with confidence.
Alright, yeah, we're going to take a risk drafting him. Ross Barnes. This is 71 overall. Alright, since we have no one else to draft, the next user pick is I'm going to draft that kicker. That kicker is the only kicker that I actually am going to draft. Yeah. He's 70 overall with 87 kick power and 90 kick accuracy.
Plasma therapy and months of strength training of the affected area. He looked like his old self when he took the field for his pro day. Some scouts in attendance even felt as though he looked stronger and faster than before the injury. I'd expect him to get reps with the first team defense come training camp, and don't be surprised to see him starting in week 1.
Yeah.
The Chiefs are now on the clock.
A bust. That's how you know he's gonna be a bust if it makes that sound. So some of the players that we are drafting are not gonna fully stick with us. Yeah.
The Jets are now on the clock.
I'm not doing good at drafting. I seriously am not. Like, drafting is one of my least favorite things to do in Madden because I'm not good at it. Like, a lot of people could probably say that I am good at it, but to me, I'm not good at drafting.
The Jets are now on the clock.
Another bust. Oh my god. We were doing so well in the first.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
We were doing so good in the first round, and then we start drafting busts. Alright. We need a middle linebacker. I don't know why I'm wasting all my time drafting positions that we probably don't even need. Okay.
The Redskins are now on the clock.
I give up.
The Dolphins are now on the clock.
Okay, why do we have so many picks right now? I get it that we were the I was about to say shitty. Well, screw it. I get it that we are the shittiest team, but still, you don't gotta make it. All right, for center, we'll get by. I'll try and trade for somebody for a center. Who else do we need? A strong safety. Did I draft anyone for strong safety? No, I did not. Okay.
The Chargers are now on the
All right, we got 73 strong safety. At least he's not a bust. If they're in the 70s, that's how you know that they're a good. That's how you know that you drafted good. Like, okay, if they're in the 70, like, okay, if they're in the 70s or the 80s, that's how you know you drafted good. All right, let's go to the draft recap. So in the first round, we did good drafting two 81 overalls. We drafted Demontre Pruitt and Warren Meeks, who will be our starting quarterback for the next season. Then we drafted Daniel Atkins, a wide receiver, and then a left guard, Ross Barnes, who was a 71 overall, and then Lucas Pearson, who was a kicker. Yeah, I drafted a kicker. And then after that, we just started getting draft busts, who will probably trade away. But then we drafted Maurice Buttrim, a strong safety from South Dakota, who was a 73 overall. Now, most of these players, they will be good. So with the way that we drafted, I'm not going to be surprised if most of these players are not going to do good. I might use her Buttrim, though. He has 90 speed, though. Acceleration 89, 90. I wonder what happens if we put him at running back. Whoa. I want to test it out, but then I don't. Yeah, I want to test this out. What happens if we put Maurice at running back? Like, I'm actually very curious. Alright. Running back. Because he has 90 speed and 89 acceleration, so this will help. Alright, he's a 45 overall, so that is not gonna be good. We're gonna change him back to strong safety. So he is gonna be a player that I'm gonna try and use her. Hopefully I can. Again, we are gonna trade away Ryan Tannehill, and we are gonna start Warren Meeks. If you guys want me to change the names, I will always change the names. I am gonna change the number because sometimes depends on the quarterback, but I don't like the number 2 on a quarterback. So we are going to do not number 18. No, number 13 was Dan Marino. We're gonna do number 7 for Warren Meeks. So again, if you guys want me to change a name of a player, I will. So yeah. So we had a pretty good draft recap, I would say. Some players aren't gonna play. I'm very curious on who the Browns drafted. All right. The Browns drafted bust like normal. They drafted Dwight Kelly, who was a 78 overall. Most of them were not busts, but most of them are. Yeah. Alright, we're going to advance into the next week. I probably might play one game with these rookies. I don't know. I'll think about it. But leave in the comments below. Hold on.
You've been a very successful businessman, made a lot of money, and now you own an NFL franchise. How will that translate into winning games in this league?
Yeah. Alright, so we are going... So far this is the team. Okay, we're gonna start Warren Meeks. I want Warren Meeks. But leave in the comments below on if you guys think I should trade away Ryan Tannehill, because I will if I have to. He is a good quarterback, I do gotta say, but I don't want to start a player who's not. But I don't want him to be the starter. That's all I'm gonna say, is I don't want him to be the starter. So we have a new kicker though, who's a 70 overall, but he's not. So far, we don't okay. We don't know where he can okay. We don't know where his highest kick is. So I'm gonna put him at number 5. There we go. I'm gonna put you at number 5, and we're gonna go into practice. And free practice. I'm gonna see where this guy can kick from. Well, nah. We're gonna start the game. See how this team does. Alright, we don't face the Browns at all. We might face them this season. Let me check. There's another orange. No, we do not face the Browns at all this season. Who do the Browns face, to be honest? The Browns face the Chiefs, the Broncos, Texans, Steelers, Raiders, Panthers, Bengals, Falcons, Chargers, Buccaneers, Ravens, Bengals, Patriots, Saints, and Ravens. I would not be surprised if the Browns make it to the AFC Championship. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't make it to the playoffs. But you never know. You never know. Alright, so we're going to play one game with the Dolphins. See how good we are. We're going to be trash. I'm going to say that. But we're going to see how good we can do. Yeah, we're going to do our official Ultimate Classic. Hold on. I gotta turn on the fan because it's starting to heat up in here. So yeah, I might just unplug my mic and let you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So I can let my room cool off and I'll let the puppies cool off. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. Tannehill's Dolphins going up against Manning's Giants. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Giants. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and partner, our long national nightmare is over. After 6 months away, we're back to playing football.
And this is way better than Watergate, isn't it? Now we get to have some fun. Watch the veterans. They'll play a little bit. We know that. But the big thing, this new crop of rookies and young guys, they get their chance to take the field and earn their spot.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback, a multiple-time Pro Bowler. It's, of course, Eli Manning.
I still remember a scouting report that a former Giants GM had on Eli Manning coming out of Mississippi. He simply said he had it. And we always talk about the it factor, which means they're going to play large in big moments, in key situations, and Eli Manning has always had that.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, set the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it. Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Throwing is Manning. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. Give him 30 yards there.
When the big guy rumbles down the center of the field and he gains leverage on a guy trying to cover him, it is really, really tough for the defender to get through him to make a play on the football. That's why guys love to throw that route. Down the middle, throw it deep, and let the big guy go get it.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And the starting offense now for the Giants.
After guys have been in the NFL for a little while, you start to think that people will start to catch up with them because they've watched film and they kind of get a so-called book on them. But I think Odell Beckham Jr. continues to ascend because of his ability to not just create, but compete. He comes up with different ways to run his routes, different ways to shake people off. But the way he competes for the football always means he's going to be a big-time target for whoever's playing quarterback.
And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Well, it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Manning to throw on 2nd down. Throws left side, complete to Brandon Marshall. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. A first carry now for Paul Perkins. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Paul Perkins, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led out by their strong-arm quarterback out of Texas A&M. It's Ryan Tannehill.
I think one of the things I like about Ryan Tannehill's game is that he understands what his receivers are looking for downfield. He played that position at Texas A&M before becoming the starting quarterback. So a lot of times when he's in the pocket looking downfield, he's actually running the routes with the receivers as he remembers them.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's not going anywhere to start tonight. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Here's Tannehill. Caught by Gates, left side. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. It's the former Dolphin All-Pro Olivier Vernon. In there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
It's taken to the 26. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Dak Prescott leading the charge offensively. Manning now on 1st down. And his throw here's incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's so much precision in an offense, especially when you're throwing the ball. And in an out route, plenty of it. How about the quarterback hitting his back foot, ball's out of his hands, receiver making his break, making his cut. He's got to time up perfectly. Not always easy to do.
Just let him a little too much.
Yeah, I remember back in the good old days, I was talking to a quarterback, and he said everything they did was on the count system. So when he took a snap, he counted in his head for certain routes.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. The first throw for the backup, Davis Webb. And this is going to be incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. Able to power through. And spins away. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
On the ground, this is Smith. And he's brought down. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They go play action here on first down. And he fires one incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Throwing on first down. Weeks. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The play fake. Weeks. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Weeks. And he finds his man. It's Duarte. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it, now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence. Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Looking to throw. Weeks. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills from 3 yards out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had to feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And thee coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, Webb. And incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Webb to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways, right there at the 43. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now Webb. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Raekwon McMillan coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Webb now. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
A final shot before break. Webb, throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year, as we'll send you down the coast to Orlando, where we check in with our friend Larry Ridley and the EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
All right, Brandon, back to you guys in a minute. But first, it's indeed time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both the Giants and the Dolphins are not doing much on the ground, and it's easy to see why that would play into this low-scoring game. We'll have to see if either team gets it going on the ground in the second half. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Later on the drive, Perkins is able to get away with a stiff arm, and he capped off the long drive with the TD. That puts them up by a touchdown. 3rd down from the 25. Vernon's got the sack here. This will go as a loss of 10. 3rd down, inches to go. Weeks has got the completion through the middle. And after the short pass, he'll score. Dolphins tie it up at 7.
Okay, thank you, Larry. A low-scoring affair, all even, as we ready for this second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle. And that's how you run the football and run it successfully. Big-time chunk of yardage picked up, but why? Offensive linemen won at the point of attack. Their leverage way better than the defenders. The low man wins when you're getting underneath and trying to move people. And that's exactly what happened on that play. The offensive line moved the defense in front, created space, and the end result, a fantastic run. I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Five yards left for the offense. It's second down. Back to throw. Weeks. And he'll go down at the 28. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Weeks. His throw caught at about the 5.
Pass interference. Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Looking to throw. Weeks. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Point after here coming up. And oh, it's blocked. And the defense picks it up, but he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams crew, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there. Blocked the extra point and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were
accelerating, and off he goes. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Paul Perkins ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. And the Giants have tied it here, and they can take the lead if they hit the PAT. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. Off-play action. Weeks. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Off the play fake. Weeks. And boy, that one drops pass incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Off-play action. Weeks. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Scott. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Looking to throw on second down. Weeks. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is down deep into Giant territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. A young pup, the rookie, being intercepted by a veteran DB.
And I loved our quick conversation in pregame with him on the field where he said, hey, look, I love playing these young quarterbacks. They don't know a whole lot yet, so I can use my mind to put me in a position to make them pull out.
They'll let Perkins carry to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Perkins on first down. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium, and we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. To throw on second down, here's Webb. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Green, 39. Green.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Webb. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Jordan Phillips in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They have a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just lock people down.
So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one.
He's got a man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
It came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle this time to Fowler. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some muscle on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. It got his man complete. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Giants. Roger Lewis, 98 yards. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And now running right through it. They are in the 4th in Buffalo. And it's the Bills who are leading in that one. A win would be their first of the young season. And out come the Dolphins now. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He'll look to throw. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
It's another big shot dodge there defensively. Now just 1 point completion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy. And they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Atkins.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw. Weeks. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left. 10 yards still left on second down. Off the play fake. Weeks. Over the middle, complete. It's Atkins. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Off play action. Weeks. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking.
So, yeah, that was our very first game as the Dolphins. I am questioning on if I want to actually fully play this. I don't know if I'm actually going to fully play this or not. I know you guys are probably going to be saying, Eli, you should play this. This would be a great series. But I'm just questioning on if I should or not. So, yeah. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Peace over 60 days, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.